Alright, so welcome to a video on Mystcraft 2, which is not something I thought I'd be saying today. But you can see, looks kind of similar to what you might, don't remember this being there, but it looks kind of similar to what you might expect. So, unfortunately it's on Forge, so performance is not going to be great, but there's a bunch of stuff we can see we've got here. Let's see if we can find these. A Citadel Dome. Let's have a look, see what's going on here. Can we see the Citadel Dome? Not on the surface we can't, but it may be underground. Let's have a little look. Yep, I think I see it. So what is going on in this thing? Looks like a sphere basically. Oh, it looks like an interesting structure. That is interesting. What's going on with that? That isn't a hitbox. It just appears like that. Let's have a little look around this place. This is a place where you can put, this is some book stands. I'm trying to see if we can find the linking books there. Interesting. This is supposed to be just a place where you put the books. Let's see what the other ones are then. A tower is not found. A library not found. You don't seem to find much. Now let's go for a descriptive book. So these are just one-way books. The linking books are obviously two-way books. So we can take our unlinked book. This normally has a recipe, but I guess not. So we'll link it here. So this will link me back to the overworld. So then we can do our descriptive book. And it doesn't have the through the looking glass thing there. And we can put it there. And there's not much to it at this point. I guess we'll just, the thing is, the problem with a mod like this being on Forge is that Forge, you really notice the massive difference in performance with Forge in a mod like this. So I'm hoping we don't get too, basically when you're doing stress testing, it's when this gets really obvious. So hopefully things won't be too bad. I wonder if there's so it looks like it's got some sort. It doesn't tell me anything. I wonder if that string after where it says Mystcraft 2 is giving me information about what the biome actually does. Or if we can see anything. Now, if we look underground, we're going to put just to get performance a bit better, we'll put the down to 4 chunks. That can go off. I really don't want to turn these off because then again it just looks so terrible. But I think 4 chunks is probably better for something like if I was on Fabric, I could be playing with shaders with better settings than this. But you really have to. It's not really well understood. What's going on here? Not really. Maybe there's just nothing but blocks here. That might be the problem. Or is it something to do with the render distance? Because I would feel like I was just seeing it a minute ago. Yeah, weird. That is interesting. I can't say I'm seeing anything particularly unusual looking underground. We might just see. So the library, let's have a look at the library. I'm trying to work out which ones of these are. No, it's not down there, so it must be up here. Yeah, I think I can see it. So most likely a lot of these structures are only. Yeah. It looks like it's the same sort of format. You're just going to have pages here. They just haven't put the writing system in yet. But on the wiki, it says that's not actually the case. Let's just see the other things as well. The semi-maze. Can you find that for me? Yep. Did I do something wrong? Nope. Yeah. This really needs to get onto Fabric. I just don't know why the developers don't bother putting their mods on Fabric. I guess in a way it's probably because if you're on Forge and there's performance issues, it could just be Forge's fault. Whereas on Fabric, you don't really have any place to hide. It's like if there's performance issues on Fabric, it's not Fabric. It's the mod itself. Okay, so this gives me a linking book here. This looks cool though. It doesn't really look like a maze. But yeah, we haven't seen any instability effects. From what I was reading, it basically says if there's loads of diamonds everywhere, it means that probably, the world's going to have like a... there's also, we're not seeing the ravines down to the overworld. It could just be this particular world. I just want to check. Did I check everything? There was one... I didn't find the Citadel Tower, did I? So we'll look at that one. It looks like basically... There it is. Descriptive book guaranteed here. Right. So this is the idea, I guess, that because obviously the descriptive books are one way. So if you're in a Mystcraft world, you want to get back. These things look pretty plentiful, right? Yeah. So that's basically it. There's nothing. I wonder if there might be some secret blocks somewhere around. Okay. So typically, interesting. So the one we found before didn't have. This is the original. This is the other thing, right? The Citadel Dome. But in the overworld, it didn't spawn with the tower on top. Okay. Hello. Why are there only creepers in here? Is there a creeper spawner? Oh, mate, there might be. What is it? What actually is this thing supposed to be? Link anchor, it says. Okay. Well, there's not a huge amount to do at this point, but to just check out a bunch of descriptive books. I wonder if I just don't have to come back here every time. I probably don't. You wouldn't have thought so. This is all you really do in a Mystcraft video. Tell me biome information. Just snowy mountains. Got netherrack there. Are we on normal mode? Looks like the cloud height is different. Clouds. Oh no, we're actually really high up. It looks like everything is... The whole world is netherrack, basically. Do you have mine shafts here? Let's see if we can just... we'll knock through a few more of these at this point. Let's try another one. Yeah, that's good. That was what I was hoping for. I'm trying to find one with instability. I don't know if we will actually get one, but we'll see. That is very interesting looking. How does that make sense? Oh no, you know what it is? That's just the... this is just a problem with my resource pack. It's looking odd. Kind of interesting that we had almost exactly the same issue there. I wonder if there's any trees look interesting as well, don't they? That looks like something's been changed there. Interesting. It looks like there's a bunch of these Citadel things. I'm not seeing anything really that unique here. I want to see a world that looks cool, right? That's why you do this. Let's just do a couple more. Oh, did that actually? Maybe it didn't. Oh, that's fine. This looks like. I think it just took me to the same one. Oh, that's weird. We need to destroy them. Huh. Is this different? It might be different, this one. Let me just see. NWZE. Okay. We're in a different one now. Hmm. All right. You know what? I feel like the underground is constantly looking exactly the same each time. I don't know. It's hard to say if that is the case. I wonder if there's mob spawning here. Oh, it's Eternal Day. You know what? Yeah, it is Eternal Day. I should have looked at the sun. Maybe I missed some stuff with the sun. I always forget how to do these videos. All right, let's move on. I really want to find an unstable one. We have a Mesa world here. Modified Badlands Plateau. I think they're all single biome worlds. That's what it looks like at the moment. Could be wrong because I'm not exactly traveling very far. But you get the feeling that you would probably run into a world border, biome border at some point. I really have my doubts that the ravine thing is certainly not in. So it doesn't look like it anyway. We'll try like another 10 more maybe. Okay, no, we do have more. That's good timing, wasn't it? So there are different biomes at least. Whether they're dual biome or... Not bad. This is a beach. Beach with desert. Okay. Yeah, a world like this might be more interesting because you get to see the... gives you a little bit more clues into how it's going to look. Just checking for chests there or something. Yeah, I mean, it looks alright. I don't know. I feel like in the past it's been more impressive. Obviously, if you can't use shaders, it would still look good with shaders, but you're not going to get many people running this running Forge with shaders. It's a very small amount of people. You need to have at least a... I don't even know if it's possible to do it on a single machine. It might be possible. But I think it's not generally well understood just how bad Forge runs. It's kind of interesting though. Interesting world, Jen. This is pretty interesting, how high this thing is. That one's cool. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Still not seeing any instability effects. And I should be. So they must be super, super rare. And that would make sense, right? If there's a world full of diamonds, it's probably really rare. Is there anything different about the chests, I wonder? Nope. It's completely normal. I wonder if there's a thing with renaming the books. Probably is. I don't think the... Well, it's pretty good. It's a bit of a mess. I don't know. The problem is, like... Yeah. This one actually might have fall down into the overworld in it. Let's see. Not seeing it though. It's got a lot of. This is probably quite fun to. I wonder if you could fly better than. This is probably ideal for elytra flight. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, if I die, it doesn't really make much difference. I didn't want to go there, did I? Alright, anyway, let's try another one. We probably don't want to be in... Okay, we're already somewhere. Endstone and gravel. Okay. Let me just see. Huh. They all... I think they might all be Eternal Day. No weather as well. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like... I mean, it's quite early on, I guess, in the development at this point. There's not much here. What if you actually... No, you are fine. Just wanted to... Sometimes I wasn't... I don't know what... I wasn't sure if the mobs were going to work. So what else we got? Oh, this is quite a common one you used to get. That's interesting. Yeah, not much to see there, really. That's kind of interesting. Because I guess that's the only place they can spawn. Because maybe the... let me just see something. Yeah, there's no bottom to the world. Interesting. All right then. Can't say I was expecting that. Where's the water going then? I guess I don't know how water reacts when it just can't go anywhere. Maybe it stays there. Starting to see slight performance issues there. Oh, tendrils. Seen these before. This has always been a very common theme in yep, that is just straight up tendrils. Alright. Cool. It's almost not worth going underground at this point because it's like I'm not seeing anything at all. Underground looks different. Almost it's either like nothing or the same sort of stuff over and over. No, you let me right click that. Try a different one. Okay. It's pretty boring, this one. I do just want to absolutely confirm. Huh. Are you changing time of day or not? I think it is. I think this command is just not working. I think also this is maybe going quicker than normal. Yeah, I think so. That's cool. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, there's no rules in. Like things is like stuff like this shouldn't really happen. Oh, actually, oak. That's interesting. Biome borders. It's like literally zero blending. That's not far up. I mean, there's not literally. I guess that would be a sheer cliff face. But that's, I mean, that's pretty sheer. I always forget which trees. Yeah, this is a jungle. Yeah, this shouldn't happen. You never see. There's a reason you never see this. Just because it doesn't happen. Okay. What else we got? Swamp. First swamp of the day. A swamp without any water. Actually, not a bad idea. And there's a little bit of water. But yeah, this is quite a good example, actually, this one. I have some... these are... I've actually seen some ore here. That's cool. So this is just a tendrils with... I don't think these are really good ore ones. I think it's just... It could be, but it's not. This is quite a cool world, though. I do like this one. Yeah, it looks like there's a same. It looks like it's a plains. The generation more so. Well, actually, no. It does look like a forest. It's a forest, isn't it? That's cool though. Swamp's my favourite biome, so I just like it anyway. Any time I see an interesting looking swamp. What is up with the biome blend here? Huh. No clues there. Targeted fluid? Was that always on the thing? Okay. Looks like there's a colour change here though, no? Maybe not. No, there isn't. I don't know why I'm seeing it. Maybe it's just the reflectance on my screen. Sure, it looks like there's a slight colour change. That colour? There definitely is something going on there. I'm not sure what there. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Of course, when you don't play with just the regular vanilla colours, you can't really tell too much. Yeah, we're going to go through to do a quick fire amount of them now. Just because, I don't know, it doesn't look like we're finding any instability will not be that exciting. It will just be explosions everywhere. Which I guess is kind of exciting, but that's an interesting spot. Interesting. I like this. This looks cool, doesn't it? Because, yeah, obviously, what biome are we in here? Yeah, we're in a deep frozen ocean, but it's spawned. I think this is probably the most important thing. Is that you get biomes that basically get spawned with planes, but they're underwater. Like if I kill everything here. Because normally this is quite hard to kill all the mobs. We can't change it to nighttime, of course. Hmm. But my feeling is, though, is it still doing the same thing, the sun? Looks pretty similar. Yeah. Maybe you wouldn't get that many. Still cool, though. I guess I just haven't seen things quite like this before. Obviously, this was kind of common in earlier versions, but you haven't. It does just remind me of earlier versions, really. It's nothing too exciting. Let's see. Let's just keep on going. Yeah. This is a laggy one. Oh, we've got the what are these things called? This one we might have some. This is bizarre, actually. This is why we got the lag. Which one's this one? This is this is like the first one I've seen that I might. This one I like. I can't remember what these are called. Spheres of some kind. This is a common feature, though. I think it's even in RF tools as well. They're all iron. Looks like they're all iron. This is one where you might find some sort of instability issue. It's hard to say that. Certainly stuff like this you don't want happening. These are high as well. Huge amounts of block updates. Yeah, I like that. This is a cool world. Let's see what we got next. Tendrils, boring. These ones tend to be a bit more interesting. I say that as we get the most boring one. Yeah, unfortunately this is a particularly boring one. I'm still tempted just to keep going there for a little while longer. I'm probably not going to do this again, so I may as well just do a bunch of them. Honestly, I feel like biomods have kind of had their time already. Well, not biomods, but dimension ones like this. Because it's just like, it doesn't really add anything to it. This is definitely a thing, right? Yeah, the river with no water. I feel like that's a good way to do the biome blend, isn't it? It does feel like everything's like 2 biomes though. I don't know, it might not be. Might not be. What is going on here? I think I'm underground, that's what. Yep. Nope, nothing that exciting here either. Okay. Yeah, I think it's kind of like I have to do a video later on. Another one of these with the iron. Okay. And yeah. Alright, last set now. Should we do 9 for the last set? Let's do 9 for the last set. I'll certainly delete this world afterwards. It's gonna. I wonder what the file size is by doing all this. Probably not great. Alright, number 1. Nope, you don't want to work for some reason. Number 2. Not very interesting. Number 3. I'm noticing the common theme that like it's doing softer blocks as the main block there. 4. Not the first time we've run into this. 5. Yeah. You can see the performance issues already with that. I don't know. It's cool, but it's not the most amazing one in the world. It definitely was cool. This is exactly the same as what we saw before as well. Very, very straight edges. Reminds me of some of the RF Tools Dimension stuff. When they used to have little quadrants. And finally. Alright. That'll do for now. Thanks for watching.